let's go. All right, let's start. So yeah, hello everybody. Ian from Mako. Ian from MakoCreate coming at you for another live stop motion animation workshop. We're going to talk about lip syncing. We've gone through loads of different workshops now, where we've been showing you how to create your own stop motion animations, and we've done things like using whiteboards and chalkboards. We've looked at using yourself as a character. We've looked at thinking about stories that you can create. So giving your stories an introduction, a problem or a conflict, and then a resolution. So not just doing it for fun, but actually thinking about what is the story that you want to tell. And then last week we did a little bit of recording your voice, otherwise known as a voiceover, and sound effects and things like that. So this week we're going to build on that. We're going to build on that so that you can now make your characters look like they are talking. So before we get onto the how you do that exactly, what I am going to do is just go over some quick basics with you. So of what we're going to do today. Let's start off with a competition. So there is a competition for you guys to win some Stop Motion Studio Pro license keys, so that app is normally £5. You get all the bells and whistles that go along with it. Now, you don't need it for this particular workshop. The free account is absolutely fine. But if you do really enjoy these workshops and it's something that you want to do more of at home and you want to get the pro account, then now is your perfect opportunity to win some free license keys from us, courtesy of the fantastic makers called Cat Eater, who are the guys who make this particular app. So in order to enter into that competition, all you need to do is like this live stream right now and leave a comment in the comment section. And in that comment, if you can at somebody, a friend or a family member or anybody who you think they might enjoy this stuff that we are doing with you right now, at them in the comments, and every time you like the page or every time you at somebody, that is going to class as an entry into our competition. Now, I'll be running it for a week, so this is your last chance to enter into the competition. So do that right now, and then at the end of this video we will announce 2 lucky winners, and it doesn't even matter if you're on Android or if you're on iOS. We have got license keys for both, so there'll be 2 lucky winners. You get to win that those license keys from us, so you'll have the pro version to play around with. Right, okay, so that's that over and done with. I have tried to introduce Paul, who is in this video with us, but we're having some slight technical issues. Paul, I'm guessing Paul can't hear me right now at the moment. No, it doesn't look like it. So maybe we can get Paul back in. I'll throw him back in on the video in a little bit. In the meantime, let me talk to you a little bit about our Mako Digital Art CIC. For those of you that don't know, we have a sister company, and it's a community interest company, which means that it is not for profit, and its aims is to go out into the community and engage with people using the type of technology and equipment that we normally use, where they wouldn't get access to that kind of thing normally. So that is the Facebook page for Mako Digital Arts CIC. If you want to head over there and give it a like, that would be amazing. But better yet, it's got its own PayPal account that you can donate to. So we are doing these videos to you for free because we want to, and that we can, and we want to see you guys creating, which is great. But if you like them and you want to show a little bit of appreciation, then we're not asking for money. If you can donate to our CIC, and then that will ultimately mean that when this whole thing blows over, that we can get back out into those communities and do what we love doing, which is helping people get creative and learn and that kind of thing. So paypal.me/Mako Digital Arts CIC. If you've got a grown-up or someone you can pull at now and just say, Mum, Dad, Auntie, Uncle, Nan, Grandad, whoever it is that's with you, check out this. Couple of pence, pounds, whatever it is you can spare, every little would really, really help our community interest company over there. Okay, that's enough of me begging. Let's ask you guys, how did you find last week? let me know in the comments section, what did you do? We got loads and loads of submissions back to us, and it was fantastic to see, and all of those are up on our Mako Creators YouTube channel right now for you to enjoy. Did you guys make even more after last weekend? Have you been busy creating even more stop motions? We would love to see them. So anything that you make, if you've got your own YouTube channel or if you throw it up on Instagram or Facebook, make sure that you tag us and say, hey Ian, hey Paul, hey Sean, check out this video that I made, and we will try our best to comment back and let you know what we thought of it. We always love it when you guys get creative. So make sure that you're tagging us in anything that you do. We love it. Right, I think that is enough of me waffling. Now we are going to do another, not a competition, not homework, but we're going to set you another challenge. So after I've shown you what I'm going to show you today, we are going to ask you to send those videos to us over the weekend, and then we'll do another watch party on Monday where we'll see everything that you have made. So there's a little bit of homework for you guys to do, but it's fun. It's not regular homework, it's kind of fun. All right, so what is it that we're going to do today? Lip syncing. We are going to get you guys to get it to look as if your characters are talking. Let me show you what I can see right here. So here is my iPad. This is right in front of me here. And obviously what you can see here is on the screen is a little bit of an example that I have already made. So lip syncing. We got you to record your voices in last week, but we didn't talk at all about how it makes it look like that particular character is talking. So here's a quick example of one that I've made earlier.
Hello, how are you?
All right, so not the best work in the world. It was rushing a little bit, but you can see that there is a voiceover exactly the same as last week, but on different frames. What we've done is we've drawn and cut out different face shapes, mouth shapes, so that when it gets to different points where the different words are meant to be coming out of the character's mouth, you can see it kind of looks like that character is talking. So let's just play that back again one more time.
Hello, how are you?
All right, so how do we go about doing that? Let's do one of these from scratch. So this is the stop motion app. I'm still in the free one. We're not talking about any of the fancy paid features yet. This is still completely free. I'm going to create a new movie by tapping on the plus button. And then there we go. So this is what is right in front of me right now. And I've got my trusty character over here. Now, it is worth mentioning that the smaller your character is, the fiddlier this is going to be. So you can see there's the size of my hand. This character is actually quite small. So if this is your first time at doing this, or maybe you just want to start working with something that's a little bit bigger, or you can even do it with yourself, to be honest, then the bigger the character, the easier that this is going to be. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take my first picture by hitting that red button, as we know how to do. Okay, so just one picture, one still picture. I'm not going to do any animating just yet. What I'm going to do is tap on I'm going to tap on the microphone button as if we were going to do a voiceover, exactly the same as what we showed you last week. And then I'm going to hit that record button. So starting recording in 3, 2, 1. Hello, how are you? Okay, not very adventurous, I know, but I'm just using this as an example. Obviously, when you're thinking about your story, you're going to get your characters to say whatever it is that you want them to say in your story. And I'm happy with that. I'm going to say done. And you will see that we have got our little music note at the bottom, which lets us know that there is some sound happening when we get to that clip. But this is really confusing now because we've only got one picture. So when we press play, there's not enough pictures for us to be able to hear what I've just recorded, because one picture is not, we're at 5 frames a second, if you remember. So that's 1/20th of a second, and that hello, how are you that I've just recorded is probably about 1 or 2 seconds long. So what do? We take another picture, and we maybe take another picture, and then we go back and hit that play button.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
All right, so you can see now that by the time we get to our third picture, you can just start to hear what it is that my character is saying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete that picture, because I know that at that point her mouth should start to move. And what I have done is I have drawn some, let me get my camera so I can show you this, just one second. What I have done is I have got some blue tack, and I have got some different sized mouths and even eyes that I've cut out, and all I'm going to do is I am going to quite literally stick those onto my character. And you don't need a lot of blue tack, it is just literally enough for your character to have a mouth while we take a picture, and that is it. So I've stuck a little tiny bit of blue tack on there like that. And then what you're going to need to do is figure out, and I'll flip to this camera so you can see. What you're going to need to do is figure out what kind of shape character's mouth would be making when they say the words that you've recorded. Okay, so this is lip syncing. So I know that my first word was hello. So if I hello, the first syllable of that word is a ha, which makes my face do that kind of shape, ha. So I need to have a look through my different mouths that I've got for my character that I've cut out, and I'm going to go with that one, ha, ha. So she kind of looks like she's going ha, like that. And if it isn't quite right, you can just draw another one. It's dead easy. So let me flip back so you guys can see what's going on. So I'm going to put my character back in front of my camera, but because I have picked her up and I've been moving her around like this, we know that she's probably not going to be back into the same place that she was when we left off. So, tell you what, let's have a little break right here, right now, and you guys tell me in the comments, what feature am I going to look for to make sure that she's back in the same position that she was before I started picking her up and moving her around. All right, so just while you guys write your answers, let me just have a flick through these comments and make sure everybody's happy. Paul, we can hear you on the stream apparently, according to Jack. All right, so we got some comments. That's exactly what you were struggling with last week, was recording your voiceovers. So hopefully my little run through there with the lip syncing thing has caught you up a little bit, but recording the voiceovers is kind of, oh yeah, Paige has just said onion skinning, fantastic. Yeah, sometimes called ghost mode, but the professional name for it is onion skinning, and that is the feature that's just over here on the left hand side. So I'm sliding that up and down on the left hand side so you can see it's either right at the top, and that shows you the picture that you're about to take, or towards the middle, that shows you the picture that you took last. So we put that in the middle, and you kind of get a bit of a ghost. So now I can reposition my character back into the exact same position that she was, only this time she's got a mouth. So she was just twisted a little bit there, so let's try and get that right. That looks good to me. All right. So I'm going to hit that record button, and now when we press play,
Hello. Hello. Hello.
so we've got that heh bit down. So now what we're going to need her to do is the oh, hello, the second syllable. So second syllable, hello, low. So we've gone from a heh to a low. So what we need now for that is a mouth that looks like that. Hello, hello. All right, so I'm going to put that character back into position. And again, onion skin it. Now, obviously, the far better way, wow, that was pretty close, wasn't it? The better way to do this would be to not pick your character up and move it, but sometimes that is unavoidable. So let's try and get her back where she was. That looks pretty good. Hello. All right, let's give that a play and see what that looks like.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Now, the low bit, the hello bit is the low bit is longer than the he bit. Okay, so hello, the low bit goes on for a little bit longer. So a few different ways that we can tackle that. I don't need to pick her up because it's still the same face shape. She's still going low. We've still got that face on there. So I could dead simply just hit that red button again without moving too much. Just hit that red button and then
Hello. Hello.
you can see that that bit goes on a little bit longer. But another fancy, I'll tell you what, I'll catch you up on that, what I was going to say in a little bit. But now what I need is, I think there's going to be a little tiny gap where her mouth isn't open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll back and I'm going to find that picture again. So rather than me taking that mouth off and taking another picture of her with her mouth closed, what I'm going to do is copy this picture. Now, if I tap on the one, another picture that I've got where her mouth is closed, I tap on it and then you can see in the menu that pops up, we've got cut, copy and paste. And that is exactly the same kind of tools that you would use if you were typing an email or writing in Word or that kind of thing. So what I can do is I don't want to cut it because I don't want to get rid of it because it is right. I want to copy it. So I'm going to tap on copy, then I'm going to go to the end, tap on the end and press paste. So without me having to touch my character, I've got an exact copy of that frame all the way at the end over here. So I've just sped the process up a little bit. So now let's press play on that.
Hello.
And then what you might be able to do is for the next bit, the next little word is how, ha, ha. So hello, ha. It's a H. It's the same kind of shape that our character would be making. So rather than, again, me picking my character up and trying to fasten the right mouth onto my character, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to that frame that I've already took. I'm going to press copy and I'm going to go to the end and press paste. Press play again.
Hello, Howie. Hello, Howie.
All right. So hopefully, I'm not going to complete this one all the way along, but hopefully what that little tiny example of just 7 frames shows you is the process. Taking, cutting out different faces, different mouths and sticking them on, but then using that copy and paste feature so that you're not having to fiddle with loads and loads of stuff. Now, you don't have to be as precise as what I'm trying to be there, where I'm actually trying to think about what kind of shape the mouth is making. And a really quick and easy way to do it is if you maybe just alternate between 2 different mouth shapes. So open a bit and really open, and then open a bit and really open, really open. Oh, sorry, open a little bit, really open a little bit, really open. So your character is kind of going, and sometimes that is absolutely fine and it's dead easy just to copy and paste those 2 frames and that works. If the character's mouth is moving like that and you've got some voiceover going in, then it's pretty clear to your audience, the guys that are watching it, that it's that character that's speaking. And then, obviously, when another character starts speaking, you just do the exact same thing with that other character, and you can even recycle the mouths. You don't need to necessarily go and design different mouths for each different character. That's entirely up to you. Just one last thing is, I have got, let me show you this actually. Let me grab this camera. So I have got some eyes here as well. So obviously they can either point up or down. Just a simple case of twiddling them around like that. So you've got two sets of eyes in one set. If you want your character to look up and down, look up or down, it's just a case of sticking them on different ways. And the same thing with the mouth. So that's a smiley mouth at the moment. If I wanted it to be a sad mouth, all I need to do is twiddle it round and stick it on that way. So you can be quite clever with your faces and your bits that you're going to stick on. So I've just showed you mouths, and I've literally just showed you two, and you can see the kind of effect that you can get. It's not perfect, but I'm rushing it a little bit. You guys can take your time. But you can add eyebrows, you can add eyes, you can add whatever you want. Now, like I said, I'm using a character that is really, really small, and I've got quite fat fingers, so it's quite difficult for me to do this. The bigger the character, the easier it's going to be. And it's exactly the same process if you were going back to what we did in week 1, where we used a chalkboard. All you'd need to do is rub out the character's mouth and draw a different shaped mouth in for whatever it is that your character is saying. So this is showing you, what I've showed you today is like cutting stuff out and sticking it on. But if you're using a whiteboard or a chalkboard, you just rub the mouth out and change it a little bit so that it matches whatever you've recorded in for your voiceover. Okay, so I hope that's been useful to you. One last little tip that I'll show you is this right here. What you can do is, if you wanted the same picture again, what I could painstakingly do is try and get my character back to where she was and hit that red button again and again and again. Or what I can also do is go back here and tap on this frame, and I could go copy paste when it just showed you that. But another way of doing it is hitting the pause button. So the pause button brings up this slider, and then that lets you say how many times you want this particular frame to be paused for. Now this says pause 5 times. It doesn't say pause 5 seconds, it says times. And by times it means frames or pictures. So if I pause that for 5 times, we know that there's 5 pictures for every second. So that is actually, answers in the comments really quick, how long is that going to pause for? 5 pictures, it's going to pause for 5 times, and we're working at 5 frames a second, real quick. All right. So if I hit done on that, you will see that now, on that frame that I've just paused, there is a number 5. So without even playing it, I can see that something's happening on that frame, exactly the same as like when there's a music note, we know we're going to hear something. With that one, there's a big blue number 5, and that tells me that that is going to pause for 5 times. Does anybody know? Does anybody know how long that is going to pause for? Let's see if you guys can get it. 1 second. Yeah, fantastic. Well done, Lizzie. So let's rewind it back to the beginning. Hit play.
Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you?
And you can see that that last frame stays on there for quite some time, for 1 second. If we changed it up to pause again and we change that to 15, that would then be, if you know your 5 times tables, that would be 3 seconds. So let's go back.
Hello, how are you?
Now, obviously, that isn't much good, but I'm just trying to show you as an example of how that pause button works.
Hello.
Okay, so you can just remove that by bringing it right the way back down to 1, he says. There we go, so it's back to normal. All right, so maybe to save you from having to hit that red button loads and loads and loads and loads of times. If you want something to pause, you can just hit that pause button instead, and that's a sneaky, easier way of getting your frames to pause. So if somebody is saying no, like in Luke Skywalker in Star Wars, you don't need to go no and take loads of pictures for it. You could pause it so that they are stuck like that on your animation, and you can have your voiceover going right the way throughout for however long you want it to be. So that is lip syncing in a very quick nutshell for you guys. Now is the time, if anybody's got any questions or you want to get me to show you something that maybe I didn't explain very well if you want to hit the comment section right now, what I can do is have a go at trying to answer any issues or any specific questions that you might have. Give that a go right now in the comments. And while you guys are typing them out, what I want to do is set you your challenge for over the weekend. So what we are going to do is we're going to ask you to combine everything all together if you're up for this challenge. So maybe you might need to go back to the other videos. Remember, they're all on this Facebook page and they're all on our YouTube channel as well, Teaching with Tech. We want you to do a story that has got a start, a middle and an end. So we're going to be looking at those story mountains, and we're going to want you to record some voiceovers in there and put some lip syncing so we can see your characters moving. We want you to put all of that together. So ideally 3 different shots, one for your start, one for your problem or your conflict, and another one for your resolution or your solution at the end, with some voiceovers and some lip syncing in there. You have got the rest of today, Saturday, Sunday, and until 2:00 on Monday, and then we're going to go live again with our watch party. So let me just check through those comments, see if anybody's got any questions. We need to watch the rest over the weekend as something we need to do. See you on Monday for the challenge. Yeah, excellent. So just remember, if you haven't been able to keep up, if you've been trying to do this along with me, if you haven't been able to keep up, you can rewind this live video, I think. Or if you can't, when it's finished going live, it'll be there for you to get again later, and it'll also be on YouTube as well. So if you just want to remind yourself about what it is that I was waffling on about. So is there any other questions? I don't think so. Shall we? I think Paul has definitely gone, unfortunately, but Paul does send everybody his well wishes. A lot of people might know Paul from the after school clubs and other stuff like that, so that's quite sad that he didn't get to say hello to you guys in person, but he does hope that everybody is well and keeping safe and okay, and we'll try and get that ironed out for next time. Now, speaking of next time, unfortunately, I've got a little bit of sad news and I've got a little bit of good news for you. This will be our last stop motion animation live workshop for a little bit. Okay. But the good news is that we will be back. Okay. And we're going to be back in partnership with St. Helens Libraries. They have seen what we're doing, they like it, and they want to get on board and help us out a bit. So in maybe a couple of weeks' time, we're going to come back with some more live workshops for you in conjunction with St. Helens Libraries. And we're going to be looking at some computer game design with you that you can do from home using the same type of equipment that you've got right now that you've been doing this with. It's actually a little bit easy. You don't need toys and things like that. It's all just done on screen. So either on your laptop or your tablet. We're going to do some computer game design. We're going to look at character design, level design, and little bits of coding as well, how you can make your game do whatever it is that you want it to do. And we will hold your hand right the way through that, show you guys how to create your own fantastic games. And that'll just stay tuned on our Facebook page for those. Probably going to be about 2 weeks away maybe. So we will obviously still stay in touch. We'll still post out content, so don't disappear. Like our page, stay posted, and you'll hear a little bit more about what we're doing with that in the future. So just let me check these comments, make sure everybody is okay. It looks like it. All right, so now is your last chance to get those likes in and get those mentions in the comments. Remember just to mention your friends from school, maybe you haven't seen, maybe they don't know about us. Give them an @ their mums and dads or whoever it is. Give them an @ let them know about us and just say, hey, check these guys out. They're going to be coming back with some computer game design next time. You want to get on it, get them to like our page, all that kind of thing. If you've got a spare 30 seconds, head over to our recommendations page on Facebook, and reviews or recommendations, and just a sentence, just a few words in there. That means so much to us, especially in this time now where we're obviously we can't get out to you. It'd be really great that when we can, people checking us out, wondering what we do and if we're any good. If we've got loads and loads of recommendations on there, that's really going to help us when things get back to normal. Helps us keep our reputation up there, which would be amazing. So what's next for me to tell you? I think you guys are all okay with the export process, but I'll just run through it real quick one last time. All you need to do is hit on that back button and press select. Tap on the project that you want to select and then hit that share button, which is the box with the arrow coming out of it in the top top left hand corner, sorry. Hit that button and then you'll get a few different options in the one of them is export movie, and you want to get that onto your device that you're using, your camera roll or your photo library. Get it in there, and then from there hopefully what you can do is you can send it to us. We're asking you to send it to us via Drive Uploader, and the link for that hopefully will be, it's in the description for this video, and we'll stick it in the comments as well. So use that Drive Uploader link to send it to us. That lets us know who you are, and you can't email these things unfortunately because the videos and they're quite big in file size. So that lets you send it to us, and then we can get it on our YouTube channel for the world to see and for our watch party on Monday. So tell you what I'll do, rather than announcing the winner right now, me scrolling through to make sure who's done the liking and the sharing and all that, what we'll do is we'll announce it just shortly after this video. So stay on our page, don't go anywhere, and if you are the winner, we'll send a quick post out that just says congratulations to these people, and then we can get in touch and send you the codes. So that'll probably be up on our Facebook page sort of in the next hour or so. We'll sift through and announce the winners on there, so don't go anywhere, stay posted. Right, that is everything from me. Really sorry about the technical issues that we had at the beginning, but hopefully you bared with us and hopefully you learned something and you enjoyed yourself. I can't wait to see what you come up with, all your lip syncing, stop motion, special effects, sound effects, all combining all those things, the storytelling, putting them all together and sending them to us. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys make. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope everybody is well and safe. And unless anybody's got any last minute comments or questions, then that will pretty much be everything from us. I guess while we're just waiting, check out our Facebook page as well and check out our website. We have got some limited events that are happening right now. So we've got some of our hot and short breaks activities going on. So there's a bit of a criteria for that one. Not everybody's eligible, but if you do meet the criteria, get in touch with us and let us know if you want to register for some remote short breaks delivery. And there's all other kinds of stuff on there as well. So we aren't completely out of action just yet. We're still doing some remote stuff. So Facebook and our website is the best place to find all them out, but you can find us at Twitter as well, at MakoCreate UK, and we are also on Instagram at MakoCreate UK as well. So be sure to find us on all of our social networks as well. I think that is just about it. I think that is enough from me. No more questions, it looks like, on the live stream, so that's awesome. I am going to say see you guys next time. I hope you're safe and well. Look after yourselves. See you next time.